Good evening, everyone. It's here for enumerate episode efasa kwanya way na yama muna akwaba to ana ye jumade no ye financial program no mon fan chain for the delayed start no but ye gidi yes yɛadesua a ɛne da no yɛba bɛyɛ no ɛyɛ something a ɛbɛka obi ako ɛbɛtaakyɛw in some shape or form. I'm said last week, yɛka biribi ɛfa financial wellness ho yɛsua biribi ɛho ehia ɛfa inflation ɛkɔ so. When we look around yɛho sɛ bibibia no ebo aye so expensive. Inti yehu said, then what can we do as abusua, as individuals? Ekwanya yebefa so a ye nyina no yebetumi abo ye ho ban certain things yebetumi aye mano aboa ye ewo ya sitting mo as we face inflation, as we face recession course no what can we do yɛbobɔ nneɛma bebree so na ɛne dɛ no yɛpɛ sɛ yɛ transition to something different kakra yɛ in the quest sɛ yɛ build your financial wellness no one of the biggest things for us as individuals anaasɛ abusua no ɛyɛ ɛkwan a yɛfa so manage a car yɛde pretty much the biggest focus your credit cards and I say bi o ha waba ekrom ha foforo who bisa on the question is how can I even start building my credit because ekrom ha na yet no nyoma a little bit different from your Ghana no nti anwumre no briefly no me pese yedi nyina no yefa mo efa something to do with your credit for anwumre no your financial doctors no your course no they will join us na ye nyina no edisa adesua no ede aba nti me pese you something to do with your credit nti yɛbɛwie no ade a mpɛ sɛ bi wɔ hɔ a yɛnyinaa no yɛhu no yɛpɛ sɛ yɛ what the different types of credits are yɛpɛ sɛ yɛhu the financial consequence of a car yɛsɛ yɛde ka but what are some of the financial consequences na sɛ yɛmpɛ ɛkwan bi anyi saa ka na mfiri hɔ a the concerns anaasɛ the consequence ɛde brɛ yɛwɔ nneɛma bebree nso yɛwɔ credit myth nneɛma bebree hɔ in fact sɛ wonni mu a obi bɛka kyerɛ sɛ save credit mɛnyɛ credit card mɛnyɛ save but ne nyinaa no ɛyɛ something a mepɛ sɛ nnwumere yɛhwɛ ho ayi yɛwɔ the three major credit bureaus ɛno nso yɛ adeɛ a mepɛ sɛ yɛhwɛ ɛne yɛka balance transfers yɛmu bebree no bi wɔ hɔ a yɛnya de akwanya no especially this time where yɛwɔ mi wanya notification in the mail from whatever bank bi a wo bank with anaasɛ major credit card companies ɛka kyerɛ sɛ this is the time sɛ wobɛ transfer wo balance ni over so nipa bebree bisa the question is is it a good thing to do anaasɛ idea and yes mede me ho agim but before I even start one of the things that me pe say yehu no the system why your team no in fact say when we look back to Ghana your Ghana system no cash system whereby so who so be asifia ne physical cash no no ankasa bomodin wabrɛ wayɛ adwuma na wanya sika na wasi ne dan sɛ Ghana wo so be drive car something ɔno ankasa ayɛ adwuma yere ne ho paa na watumi atɔ car no nti Ghana dan Ghana car anaasɛ whatever property bi a wɔ biara no something that you need to work for na wonya sika then no watumi atosa enneoma no. However no yaba kro bi mo, but the kro na yaba mo things are different. It's different in the sense ne say say no bibi bia yeto bia no, it's on a credit basis. In fact, sometimes you brag so matofie, but the truth in is obia no a feel wato or the cash and atofie no. Eya bosia na ye nyina yabo na yatofie no. Give yourself maybe 3-4 months. Na men don't make a payment on a fee no. Ho na obehu se unto fie. Ye betu afri fie no mo. Na yasesa onyoma e de ago abonten. In fact, to the point is a car cry ye driver no. That car no yakwa kwaje loan bi na ye de ye manage sa car payment na in fact say ye no. And I say even to the point in the cry say ye fee Neoma where you feel mono. It is something that everything is on credit. Into your chrome has said, who said the system ye woman no like a credit system. Everything we have, everything we own, it's on credit. School cry kokra no your friend is saying yakoji loan and they call school no. I like to start with a quotation away from Proverbs 22 verse 7. Or say the rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is a servant to the lender. Almost said, yakoji loan. Imagine said this month went to me and just look at the number of phone calls ebeba oho. Ubenya phone call say wuntia until they be honest like said you have pressure. We are enslaved to the borrower no and I said the lender no ya ye nkwa ama lenders no because omo the pressure guye so what that untumi na because of $500 it can be $500 $300 you $1,000 whatever it is beyond you know. Ama pressure be abato me no me no so inti the only way you bet to me ade ho no and say you bet ya sa car no off inti ayade ehia pa ye inti say wo hwe Bible mu in fact it gives more scriptures about sikasem than it even does with faith and I say hope. Inti meaning says sikasem ayade ehia pa ye yawo a writer be Ellen White and so a train or can be is something a yemi de person be determined never to incur another debt. Deny yourself 1,000 things rather than run a debt. This has been the curse of life, getting into debt. Avoid it as you would a small person. Meaning say pekwen biya so a wobetumi biya no na yi wo home free a camo. Now 2017 this a credit fact and this is from the Federal Reserve omuhu say the average credit card debt for each household about $9,600 and the average mortgage obia wato fie no yakeka kani na bom na strike the average no 309,000 and the average student loan for obia wokroha about $37,000 yehu say in fact yen individuals in kran deka but even America mine edeka into 12.58 trillion eka and as of 2017 in America this economy 779 billion out of that 12.58 trillion 779 billion na your credit card into me no your credit card no it's lumped into way no and 8.48 trillion and a year in mortgage, and a 1.31 trillion, and so a year, your friends, a student loan, a car, ya did. Into your car, credit, no crown. What is credit? It's the ability to borrow money with the agreement to pay back later. Me the kind account want some kakra say. Your mouth sika nti me wo credit card. Any aka kira me say me de saa bosia we me de ball bosia. Na kire no watua. Anase makɔgye student loan dia ko school. Yɛse bɛgye na wuwie a na wutuatua ne kakrakra. Anase makɔgye bosia dia akɔtɔ fie. Makɔgye na yɛse akyire no na metuatua ne kakrakra. Anase even car kra me drive makɔkɔgye on credit a akyire no metuatua no nkakrakra. Na yɛwɔ types of credit. The installment credit and the revolving your friend is saying credit no. Now some of the installment credits no and some of the revolving credits, in fact say far like a revolving creditor a credit be anytime be a obeji no. The more you use it, it becomes available to you for you to reuse it. Into example would be like your credit card. You used to say, a revolving available to you. Now we'll sign available to you, as time goes on. Now what the installment, an installment has a fixed duration. For example, makoje car loan no for 5 years. 5 years no and I say bosumi bia metua $400. Into saa sika na metua no. Se 5 years no so an saa car no mawie matiti mu mekokra. Unlike credit card no, the only time a credit card no ebe free ho no is like say one. Either say me decide say me close no, and now say mewu. That's the only time one it be free loans are no, it comes with a price. Obi a ni wo de sika be ma for free. Nipa o de sa sika ne ma no, e so no so nya ho mfaso. Nti there's something we call APR, and that's the annual percentage rate. Nti sa loan na makwaje no. The annual percentage rate, and the rate in the amount will be different based on your credit score. Intermediate between 20%, would be able to 5%, will be able to 1% based on your credit card score, and they determine the rate na ubenyano. Into interest is the cost of using that credit. The fact and it's a medicine is a use credit. Ya catch me say, sa loan with 5,000, you bet Jimmy 10%, that's my interest, and that is the cost. I may care for me use sa ekano. Let's keep some of these way, in the interest of time. The sun you bet to me, I call your name term. Now, there, me say you share some of these things in a year. There is something credit card myth. Neoma you can't credit card no one and yet no credit. You'll say credit cards are okay. Credit cards are okay, and most people pay them off every month. This is something it's a fallacy, and you know, credit credit cards say when at the end of the month, you meet your credit cards off. The Federal Reserve Chairman said only 48% of Americans pay off their credit cards. And to the question is, do I fall within 48%? And ye na busumi biya yetumi etua your cards off. Or say credit cards give you free money with no strings attached. It is no credit to certain extent. Say all credit cards are amount like cash rewards. or credit cards are amount mileage. Mileage no between convert into cash. That's when you free cash from there. And now say what are no you are say we use to $1 and that's a certain dollar be and ne amount some sika if you okwa etumi accumulate eye bebre. But this is not free money. This is something that you need to use the credit card. And imagine say me use credit card no and I me off every month. And I may accumulate side a good some may accumulate, but so what should the interest that would cheer on the card versus the cash now who accumulate now? Ube who say sometimes it doesn't balance out really well. And having a credit card is essential for buying a home. And you don't necessarily need to have a credit card in order to obey to me atophy. No, see, you need a credit card for emergency. Last week, you can something about financial wellness. You who said for financial wellness, you need to build an emergency fund. So don't use credit card as an emergency. They say, oh, make us say na some use credit card. No, that's not the intent for the credit card. No. Credit card is impossible to get if you don't already have it. And you can always start from somewhere to get a credit. Once a credit score is bad, it can never be rebuilt. And so, well, credit, a pro, a yes said, whatever it is, you can start from scratch and rebuild your credit. Some of the things we can do to rebuild credit in society. It's not the end of the world and it's not the end of you. You can find a way to rebuild it. And checking a credit report will hurt your score. And also say, in fact, the federal, recommend this, we need individually, check our credit score, reports. You need to make sure that information be was to be an credit. And let me say, there were two types of inquiries. A hearty credit. You want the hard inquiry, nay, or the soft inquiry. You can't the hard inquiry. Na lender na pull credit because they are digging deeper to make sure say at the end but the any soft credit. It's our soft credit, it doesn't have any negative impact on our credit, And Bebril can say, oh, there are quick fixes. Before Bebril, but yes, way you better wipe off all the negative credit, so na yamal clean slate. Mr. Don't fall as a victim to Sanyaman. Obia Niwa, obe to me, I raise all negative nioma from or credit. You don't fall for it. And go Jessica Emma Obia. This is something you can do on your own, and you don't need to pay money for those type of services. Another side now, me person transition to for example, I have a credit card and a credit card. Now my credit card, one of the things we see on them a minimum payment. Sometimes you decide a question and it's the minimum payment and how is it calculated? By law, the minimum payment, 3 to 5% of your outstanding debt. Into me work credit card of limit of 5,000 and I may use 4,000. Into Bosumi Biam, depending on bank and into banks, they have to decide, say, yen yabe 3%, 4%, maximum 5% of into some Medica 4,000. That's a bank, minimum payment in percentage 3%. Next, minimum payments in 3% of the 4,000. Into my example, I said, So my minimum payment, my balance near 567.50. Now, say you choose to say the bank need choose to say 5% max number use to we have 5% of 567, I'll be $28.38. But what a bank does, and it's instead of doing 28.38, then normal rounding it off. We will say I have $29 until so we show credit card statement they be either say 29, 39, 49, and I say 59. There is always never a change be a war a trade. And years ago, there was a fight to say, now what is going on? Nipa bebre ni tua minimum payment, a can ye tua sa ye nweda. Enti ye shemra se credit card companies, omutumi disclosures, the statement ye de brain, Into this example, what I say, from Capital One, say, what can 2,291.79. Also, the minimum payment, a year, $22. If you decide to set the minimum payment, for every month, it will take you 17 years for you to finish paying a carry. At the end of the 17 years, now what you have $5,540 and a ubetia. However, if you decide to say, okay, you know what, let me go ahead and double my payment into even $63, it will take you 3 years to pay off a canubetia, you know what you have $3,008. And just look at it. Paying just the minimum payment is taking me 17 years. $2,000 a car. $5,000 something. Meaning that interest in is over 3,000. But se me decide to double my payment minimum payment it will take me 3 years. The interest I less than $1,000. So the recommendation is, say ye modern set at least say you say you chia off in term you modern set you bet me more than what the minimum payment ya de amaye anya sa you bet more in the interest katikati net ho na enko nanimda. Some examples be of how different type of car, which one to pay first near there, but in the interest of time, Mescape said there will be a time where you benya da when all the financial doctors see now call into details about some of these things and you may touching on But before I go further, per se your first na yama Fanny Isaac yabama akwaba for your friends and you marry so winya adaje na wabeka ya ho hasena. We wanted to do something kakra na ya transition into your friends last week ya bibi financial wellness home. And that you say your transition kakra into managing our credit card debts and can hold at some point yabema what step in is also with the kakra ediapa. We have 3 major your friends and credit card agencies America has said Experian, Equifax, and the TransUnion. In fact, these companies, the government need more websites addresses you can go on each of these credit bureaus to check your credit cards. Now, one of the things, no, yeah, no, the Ghanaian community or the African community, no, say, yeah, daji, and I say, you know, we don't pay too much attention to some of these things, you know. But there are other credit monitoring agencies out there. In fact, one of the things that you bet you recommend the amount will be and say one signing up we recommend so be signing up a Credit Karma. Say be or what today no and now what or commercials and one who more year TV so Credit Karma. You can register with Credit Karma. Now what Credit Karma no does and they say no monitor credits amount. In fact, they do a great job monitoring your credits amount to the point in the say obi use credit card anytime you obi use card they will send you like an alert on your phone to let you know say obi use where what then you confirm say what then you can dispute creditkarma.com you can just register right there. So when you sue Credit Karma and so will be a work Capital One credit card and also work Capital One bank be almost there is something I'm friend Credit Wise the same system no Credit Karma Sana Credit Wise and so a year. Discover Bank and so will do the same thing also for you. And not only these three, but bank be our bank with be in fact, or mine so easy, or mine available to be into what call bank, all login so your online a year, all login into your online what just under resources. Ube dino just sign up. Mr. Just sign up. Monitor or credit for you. One can when and now so wow you can go to www.annualcreditreport.com. You are also entitled to your free credit report, and so the government is setting up you can do that and get your credit report also for free. Into building credit from scratch. Building credit from scratch. I'm saying, because information and doors, you bet chemuna, yamiya next week, you bet handle it. But we are building credit. Metukwan, my backroom have fresh. Mini credit. Like I said earlier on, the system where you will chrome a year credit system. Mekoto adie bia say mini credit. I need a car say me be kwa adwuma. Mini cash ne say me be kwa akoto car no. Inti ma come mekoto car. Say mini credit inti no. Car no. Yes I yan ton ma me. Ye de be ma me but me interest rate ni is so high. And now say me pesa me je credit kakra say store credit whatever. Me pesa me ye. But my so what do I do? What can I do to start building my credit? In order to build your credit score, you need a credit card or some kind of loan, but there are a few places you can start first. The easiest way in building your credit, number one, which I recommend to be honest, but more than say will be a checking account with say your credit union, say your Bank of America, whatever it is. But more than say will be a checking account. Once you open that checking account, people say, what does checking account, what relation and what with your credit cards? What it does is that you need to build some sort of history with bank BIA or bank with say a credit union, you need to build history. Say Bank of America, whatever bank, you need to build some sort of history over there. So you start with your checking account. Once you establish that checking account, as time goes on, now we'll build this history. No, it is easier, sir. Now, no, my bank for maybe 1 year or 6 months, 6 months to a year, and now no me here credit card. What some of the banks no will do, ne say, the first thing they do is to check how one manage your checking account. Because so we need any credit ABN, they look at how one manage your checking account. And once they see, say, we manage your checking account, responsibly, and almost so the comfort level, they say, we can give you a small credit, be say $200, say $500, even 1,000. They can use your checking account history to give you a small credit card limiter. The more na figure we start to say we use na we tiane off, then it start building the other ways. And in fact, years ago, now your phone bill you tia with AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, this annual money no any impact over your credit. So however, no cementumi and tia sika on a monthly basis, dear, those utilities companies were reported as a negative my credit. So but every month be an years ago no not any impact be a me. So but the good news is a near master only mortgage, but you have rent or phone bill or water bill. What you can do is the utilities company in themselves and take it up the responsibility to say you can report some information or credit bureaus. So no, they wouldn't do that. But what as an individual, what you can do is you can go to either Equifax, TransUnion, and as Experian. Now what once you sign up with them, now what register utilities now under them. Until once you do that, every month Biana will make it on time payment for your phone bill, or gas bill, your marketing getting it helps to boost your credit score. Into so be will try say, how can I start? How can I build this? These are some of the things will be to me by registering with these companies, and once you register with them, now one can report some information like I said, Pepco and I said BG or mono and reporting now, but one can say yes, on your own to be able to say to me abwa. Another thing and also na maybe you better transition into questions and it said secured credit cards. My backroom have for many credit cards be but me per se me establish a credit. What can I do? So the third one is secured credit cards, and this is how it works. You can go to your bank and tell them, say, we need credit, but we will establish a credit. In fact, idea was idea we who pay Capital One Bank and the A plus was idea. Into what they do, they say, Rebecca Charles said, so we will $200 and I said $250 or what? Fabre, what the buy, you bet just sick and the to her. Na yede beto so log beto so sasikano you cannot access sasikano. But what we would do is say you a credit card of a limit of about $500. Now remember says $250 na yaje to her no yaje to her with interest. So it's not something say sika ne da hɔ kwa, but sika no building an interest for you. Into yɛbɛma credit card of about $500. Yɛde ma wo no, ɛnyɛ sɛ wogye ya na wode ato hɔ, but this is something a wogye ya no, wo use every month bi a wobɔ mmɔden sɛ at least wobɛ use no once or twice. Bill ne buy ya na wakotua ne off. Saa nti once you keep doing that for at least 6 months to 1 year that's a bank who say you've been very responsible for the last 6 months to a year. At the end of the month, we use na wutia, we use na wutia no. At the end of the day, what they will do is say, with 250 now the two they will release that fund back to you with the interest na fedie credit card $500 na the amount na why you so responsible with it and also the umbe say they will change it from secured to unsecured until now there's no collateral biano a tie sa sikano to a credit card until fedie what they home. But then again it's about being responsible. I can repeat that word and over, being responsible, because yemu bebree hɔ a de bia ye can say yemu credit card, and because of say credit card wo koya wo swap ya no na afaninti no yemu bebree ye use no anyhow na ya max out at the end of the month yintumi ntua na fe the interest no build gu ho, then na fe we are overwhelmed. You're stressed, you're that, to me, and I want to pause here. Sanya Mekano presentation Dawson, but I will pause here. Na Mama Penny Isaac, and so I jump in with also Unu Kakra how to build your credit from scratch. Also Kakra or one also ebe share with us. Na a question ba kon aba na area na ya the question no atwa so nti Penny Isaac obi aba ha foforo pese o build the credit obisa the question say how do I do it, where do I start and how do I start into no so which me aboa ya tie for kakra on that
all right about yourself to make
yes me to Penny.
Okay. So our question today may GD say once already. Just they're not all kind of here. Now a very good example where company now born with the capital one no. And you say most of the time no both say or how no much say you are pre qualified and the other day. Like when you're let's be and for the most part, if you are with the bank, be not a when you do credit card and not as a apply most of the time now I move you. Now I think that capital one say now can like a idea or so through secure credit program credit card program Now Kakrabia may person may they count say once you are able to get into having access to credit cards Ayana and go for our misconceptions that credit card I was saying to me baby na yeah the chances one like a bay because any cash na due to ya and those are would you the both of comments yes the credit card was a waji so quiet as you can watch into now credit cards be 20 and I said 15 30 now would you choose CTA presentation here it was flowing very well say it no say not too many people in America and it may pay off more credit cards and you wouldn't want to find yourself in that category of people so you want to make sure that cars now a decent I mean go back and me credit card again, oh yeah, but it's also good for the American system. As I know, they bit me at car, you know, sir. Interest rates, this are no money, no more hard than no man is our own to me good interest rate. And you know, other no beer, yeah, sure. To see acquire employment, employment, be or multimutual credit. So credit in yeah, and yeah, the employment in them. It's yeah, for the American system, but also to me very careful in terms of exactly and I believe that somebody may ask that question, say credit cards will do any it might come up and come on so much. But I mean personally, my experience and I say if I have a credit card, ideally if I ever want to spend on that credit card now, I'll is ideal. That is the ideal situation. It doesn't mean that it always has to be so. But in what pass me pese me try $500. Me or me cash no Bambasan build them credit and a mom from credit and to. Me de toya na mabombo dia kutu efrio. Immediately and I say be within the next and I say be before the next due date no. And the and all bomb de be way on top of credit no say build it up and I say pile up. Now for the na we are very systematic say especially the shots yeah. Say your strategies. I think you can be one. But the other shot say na enya men no aba for na say bia onya nyibida no omo dia so the share no sa mere a bit me aka no ho ekosi mre bia ye be increase credit akọ bia be $50,000 na still an wonya sa discipline. I think that you use that word sa discipline no say I want to make sure that I'm going to buy this thing because I'm cash and that one as I'm looking forward to cash and at some point Emma credit no and chebibre na ebi meka ho man me enti kakra me de beka ho no.
Yeah, Penazek, that's a pair for you know say okay be a interesting is not necessary. On say ebi o okay magic card no sanya work no me person me build a credit no me work cash no ha say nti no me ko use credit card no me intention pa ne say statement ne ba me wo me 500 no ho na me de ade no akwakotua. The risk most of us we fall into ne say sa sika na da ho no what was na fiefo afro na ya de bibia be hit na fe de osio ade we kura ma mfa sa sika we fa nkore na fe de 500 na my original intent is say me tua no of fe de aka ho na fe de enti it's all about being disciplined and being responsible, sir. Sad ye way no. Mentia de way and free wha. In so bang and at the bebreme. Just look at the interest rates and all say, say, what started from scratch. Now, because it's what started from scratch and into no. I can guarantee you, sir, interest rates are no. And yaketwa. A yadia interest rates in Bewosro. It is $1,000. Na say would 19%, 20%, 24% interest. Na busumi bia wuntumi ntua na offer. Wankasa sesen na hu ya fairness and so a day ebebro. In fact, sani kan no nyame adom a ye betwa so na yakọ the other side na but the effect etumi enya we so and one of the big issues within the African community ekoso kasiepa co-sign yaba one of the things between Rebecca once no so build have able to build so we be co-sign amount. But because of bad experiences be ankophobia nyaniti no wo ka kire na onye na yebu afu na eni nipa na ayaka but ebi o na enye nipa no afford but enam suahunu a wafamunti. There is one question I will say I have paid off my credit card but I have not closed the card. will they still charge interest on it? Penny Isaac, what's your take on question where you know?
Okay, for the most part, the Obuta our question, Ms. Busana said, when was the last time or 300 credit card now? And since that time, billing cycle about almost charging interest beyond. Senior man is idea that person has to experience it. But for the most part, say balance what account to so I don't want charge you interest. There are some I worked with a bank so bank what happened in this as much as it may due amount or more at the end of the billing cycle, they don't charge any interest. But there was another financial institution here. As long as there's a balance and I found the due amount, on may charge you interest as long as there's a balance on it. And the interest is basically calculated on principal. So if the principal is 0, in theory, you're not going to be, paying any interest. And the I believe they also do the account.
Oh yeah, Penny, like you rightly said, Sadiani is 0 balance, then there is nothing for them to charge the interest on. Now, also in addition to the interest, one of the things say and so say the credit card, depending on the credit card now, which some of them comes with some fees in addition to the interest. It be almost say membership fees. On say wokoje no na yesi o afi bia no the membership fee ni bia $49.99. Inti wo de what you your card ni off. Inti bosumi bia there's no interest. But when you reach the cycle or annual cycle on a pet, but when say you sign a notification and say you sign a bill, say I feel you owe the car $49.99. Now we'll be saying who say na we so every him fine. This is the annual membership fee now was signing up card and some of these things I would have fine print in disclosures anymore, but some of us we don't even read it and I see till some best start at charges idea one said anytime you see some of these things now, pick up the phone, call them. With year they will waive that fee for you. Say you're consistent, a catcher almost say, open free card about a membership fee more, a different card any membership fee more. Inti I'm say a time no aso inti Penny Isaac yabema wama last words na yade yedwumade no enade no ade abana wie.
All right. I'm saying the all kinds of here, and maybe was it with American Express also? I don't know what charges I will. And now some charge some very special benefits we are also coming with it. But it's up to you. Said na all kind of Chrome and no be brio or my year contract now be like agreement and be do home ready. Especially insurance and no money nina. Do say a buy always be say as we uncover was Jim Sikedi. But if you are ready and cabin home. But in Pempian in this other Jim I almost said that. And he said he told first time set up a business account and what tries to follow up quickly. Now say pes hard na obey you now. Said na make credit in idea very important say over try say nka live on cash nka you would have still lived as much as possible ideally say yes be as a bosomi otu say oh hwe nim crowd so over to be over money say be $200 here me dey koto ade any me toya me do fi am kwakutu every ho and can never buy me build a credit nice pa say be boom crana over try discipline can enche na on or before the due date of the payment and one more than 12 one. Say be or ha say mimi say be or ha na my business ana bo say me refi asano say me ko hu a na say ebia balance no ebia na me try say me to and say ebia say I kese ba nya kese bibira me so mami 12 na 20 na free ona bo say balance na say 0. I know more bad. Like we are na ya throw and I say no much was you qualify for extra 10,000 extra 20,000. And I don't know, say we are say oje kan ho a it may boost to or status on all there. But make sure because no both times about January di na ho akyere na abua for 20. I am sure no market getting na.
Yeah, Penny, I'm say, that's the part. What summarizing in a year? Am I? I'm saying for Yamea Domoa next week. You have sign up to us. So until say Bishia next week, you know, Yame and Camp Mohon, Semunyada, Jenna, Muni, yeah, Jumadia, way, you know, and yeah, Yakram, that I must say.